What's going on, guys? It is T90 Official. This is one of the most unique Age of Empires 2 games you will ever see. But before we get started, before I talk about what the game is, I just want to get a few things out of the way. First and foremost, this will be uploaded on the 1st of February, and this game is from the King of the Desert 2 tournament. Now, on the 1st of February, at 10 a.m. EST, and that is 15 GMT, will be the semi-finals of King of the Desert 2. It will be the Viper and Yo in a best of 7. Then the following day at the same time, we will have the other semi-final. That will be Leary, and that will be the Fat Dragon. And then the following day at the exact same time again, which will be Sunday, we will have the grand final. So in the event that you are watching this soon after the upload, I highly suggest you stop by the live stream. I'm expecting some big numbers. People are really hyped for this event. So the live stream, of course, is posted in the video description if you'd like to stop by and see the show. If you're seeing this in the future, and you probably might be because this is going to be something that gets a lot of views, I imagine, the whole King of the Desert 2 playlist will be updated, so you'll have all that there. Okay, so this game, you've already seen the title. You've already seen the clickbait. It is worthy of the clickbait. And I'd like to think that my channel's clickbait is normally worthy, but anyway, this is something special. This was actually played in the King of the Desert tournament. This was in round 1 between two very strong players. We have ACCM and the Pink. He's playing as the Slavs, and we have CL, otherwise known as Happy Happy. He's in the yellow playing as the Mayans. Now, one thing you need to know about CL is this guy walls more than any other player in the game. In team games, he walls, well, okay, there's Fat Slob, of course, but let's say out of all expert players, CL probably walls the most. He also walls the earliest. I have seen him in team games start walling at 3 minutes before, and we're only 3 minutes into a game right now. So the beauty of Age of Empires 2 is there's so many different things you can do, so there's so many different styles players can adopt, and CL just so happens to have a style which is very Fat Slob-like. Okay? So we have that out of the way. We won't talk about that too much right now because CL is actually stealing a pig from ACCM. So poor ACCM, if he was Vivi, he'd probably be saying, I know pig. And CL is going to make use of the Mayan bonus, or the messiest bonus, or the Eagle Scout. They have extra line of sight. They run a bit slower, so it's very easy to steal pigs. And so he should be able to make his way back with an extra 340 food. Nice shot from him. It was a tournament, of course, so it's very important to get victories. Very important to be cutthroat, and that's exactly what Laming does. And at the same time, ACCM is actually scouting, and he found CL's 2 goats here. And, oh, there's more goats here as well, so he'll get 400 food back, in theory, if he can make back to his TC with these. So that's not the end of the world for him. It's a bit risky to go out and lame like that early. If you look at CL's scouting, he missed this area, he missed this area, and he just went forward to steal the pig. So he didn't get all of his goats first. I don't think it will be the end of the world for him, but anyway, no problem. 6 minutes into the game, CL is starting what we expect when we see CL play. Walls. And it's actually not a bad strategy with Mayans. We see it a lot with Mayans. They wall heavily. They then get to their plumed archers in Castle Age, and it's very difficult for civilizations to beat that. So, yeah, he's going for a style which suits him and suits his civilization. And look at this. Do-do-do-do-do. She's just going on a stroll. She's getting some exercise. ACCM's villager is not sneaking. She's getting exercise. She's burning calories. She just got a brand new Fitbit, and she's testing out the new features. And this villager is still running the old version of the Fitbit, so it doesn't actually track running. It doesn't track walking. It only tracks walling. But she is not going to see the Sneakville from ACCM. So what has ACCM just done? ACCM has just bypassed this entire wall. This entire wall. And this will be the Great Wall of frickin' China, my friends. CL didn't just wall to here and then to the edge of the map. No, he's walling to the left side of the map. He wants to wall 30% of this before he ever reaches feudal. So he has one villager walling here. He has one villager walling here. He has 2 villagers walling here, actually. And typically what you would see from someone in ACCM shoes is scouts. You would build the stable at home, you would send the scouts forward, and then if your opponent was full walled, you would build towers and try and batter your way through, and then CL would respond with towers and just play defensively. But this is not the norm. ACCM saw that the walls were going up for CL, and he snuck a villager through, and she's hanging out there, and you know what she's going to build, guys? She's going to build a stable, and ACCM is going to make scouts from within CL's base. Now, CL still has his scout, but the thing is, after you lame, your eagle's very weak, so you can't afford to be going and you can't be running around your base if you know ACCM is there. He's seen ACCM scouting his wall villagers a bunch of times, but he can't attack that scout. He actually needs to avoid the scout because, well, the scout can kill his eagle. So for now, he's actually using the eagle as much as humanly possible just to protect his villager. It's walling here. And CL seems a bit scared. He realizes that new scouts could be coming from ACCM any moment. He's assuming these scouts will be coming from the base of ACCM. So that's why he's getting these small little quick walls in. But the funny thing is, there will be no new scout coming from ACCM's base. It'll be coming from within CL's base. And CL has no clue. Nice job from ACCM to try and use his scout to kill the villager, but I don't think he's going to have enough attack here. But the way ACCM is playing this is almost as if he would play it if he was sending scouts from this area to get through. It's actually quite smart. Meanwhile, CL is hoping to fast castle. He has villagers on stone, so it will be fast castle plumes, at least that's his hope. Also, a couple other things that ACCM did, or at least one thing, is he found the goat and he hid that away. So there's no food for CL underneath the TC now. My apologies if I'm a bit congested. I am sick, and unfortunately, well, fortunately, I get to continue to cast games. It's not that bad, but, you know, I got to keep the show on the road even if I'm a bit under the weather. Speaking of sickness, CL is going to be very sick when these scouts arrive, and it won't just be scouts. It will be an archer or two because ACCM is also adding range. I love it, man. This is so good. And this wasn't just a rated game, guys. This wasn't just a rated game. This is in a tournament he did this. So he prepared for his opponent. And now CL's got to be thinking, oh, geez, did I leave a hole in my wall? What's going on? He's building a blacksmith. He's building a market. Those are the two required buildings he would need to get up. He's lost one villager. He's going to lose two villagers. Now he has to quickly wall off his gold, and he does so impressively. But my goodness, everything's falling apart. So he won't have the two buildings. He'll need to go to the next stage, and his economy is getting wrecked. Now normally, this would be the GG moment. Most players, especially if it was just a rated game, would call the GG. But would I be casting this if he called the GG right now, CL? Okay, let's be honest. I probably would still be casting it because this is incredible. But he's going to continue to try. So he's lost two, make that 3 villagers now. I will probably lose more at this rate. He has to leave his gold. He has to even leave his wood. It's a disaster for him, let's be honest. I mean, he wanted to stonewall the whole left side as well. He figured he'd be completely safe. He deletes the blacksmith and market. He has nowhere to go. He has nowhere to go. He will panic down a market with 12 villagers. Only 600 food and 300 gold. So he needs 800 food and 200 gold to click up to the next stage. Fortunately for him, he's still able to get some stone here, which is a slip up on ACCM's part. But I believe if he buys food, he'll have enough food to click up to the next stage, but he won't have enough gold then, and he can't, excuse me, he can't get to this gold. Let's see if I'm right on this. Okay, yeah, so he just purchased some food, so he'll have enough food, but what he won't have is enough gold. He needs 14 more gold. Now, guys, what does CL do? He sees he has the gold out here, and he will run out of the wall, plug the gap, and go to the gold. And then he can click up. And the crazy thing is, ACCM will never expect that. Actually, I say ACCM will never expect that. Maybe he did see that that was deleted. But when he comes back over here, he's still going to be walled out. Yeah, I mean, ACCM probably assumes that he's won the game at this point because there's so many idols for CL. Let's be honest. So CL gets to his gold. He's on his way to the next stage. Now keep in mind, he's still been mining stone here. Even if he loses the villagers, he'll have the gold so he can buy stone for a castle. And where do you think that castle's going to go? Do you think the castle's going to go at home, like a man with no balls? Or do you think it's going to be a castle forward? This looks like a good spot. Right smack in the middle of ACCM's eco. That looks like a great spot. And okay, ACCM, he scouts with his spearmen. He sees that CL is on gold there. What he does not see is that villagers are coming forward. And so the sneak was brilliant from ACCM, but now it kind of sucks for him because he can't get his military out here to defend. His stable's inside the walls, his archer range is inside the walls. He can't help himself at home. And he doesn't even know he needs help at this point, honestly. Now, he does kill these villagers, which is something he probably should have done a long time ago. But fortunately, he gets to it, and that gives him a 10 villager lead. But ACCM is on his way to Castle Age, and CL is coming forward. This game has everything. It's so rare you see a game like this with expert players, but I love it. And so CL drops the castle here. He doesn't actually know much about ACCM's whereabouts, and that's simply because he didn't get to scout the base earlier because he was too busy laming. ACCM sees the castle's going up. He tries to rush it down with villagers, but look at the quick walls from CL. That's not the first time he's done that in this game. He quick walls his villagers in. And so the castle is going to go up right on top of the TC. So at this point, the economy for CL is a disaster. This is extremely sloppy. He's even leaving this gold here, and he's going... Oh, wait. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. What's he doing? Guys, he is 33 wood. His only lumber camp is here. He would need... he doesn't have wood. He doesn't have wood for a lumber camp or TC, and he's making plumed archers. CL, don't do it. Don't make plumed archers. No! Guys, he doesn't have enough gold to even buy enough wood for a lumber camp. These villagers have nowhere to go. He genuinely can't buy wood, and he can't chop it unless he sends these villagers to these trees here, but that's going to take forever. Just because he made a few plumed archers. He better do a heck of a lot of damage with these plumed archers because his economy is a wreck. And now ACCM has the scouts out. If he sees the villagers, he could kill them. Are you kidding me? I don't get why CL left the gold, actually. I think he could have stayed on gold. Maybe he expected the scouts to go there or something, but... Oh my goodness, he still is unable to do anything with half of his eco. This is a disaster. Oh my goodness. The plumed archers are doing some damage. So there's 3 of them. They've killed 3 villagers from ACCM. Make that 4. And the vill count is somehow even. This game is just something else, but I do feel like ACCM's economy is so much stronger for obvious reasons. And okay, there we go. CL buys the wood for a lumber camp finally. And wow, now ACCM has his 3 archers on the gold. And he could kill villagers as well. CL will just fight with his vills and okay, kills an archer, which makes life better for him. What a weird game. What a crazy game, actually. Let's keep in mind, ACCM, he's going to lose his town center to the castle from CL. And he will not have the stone and the wood to rebuild another one. So, I mean, it's just going to be wild, but I really wonder if CL can get plumes here to defend. Oh, light cap upgrade's a big one. Okay, CL's losing his gold miners now. My goodness. I don't think he can afford to make the plumes that he would need. His plumes, he has a few of them, but they're not where they need to be. And that actually changed pretty rapidly now. 40 villagers for ACCM, 28 for CL. And this is where his lumber camp is as well. So it's right next to the light cav and the archers. And ACCM will gladly kill these. My goodness, what a game. There is a new TC for ACCM, so okay, he has stabilized a bit. And CL is down to 24 villagers now. 25 versus 40. And is Happy going to give it up now? Or is he going to continue to try? I think he will continue to try because he has plumes. I mean, why not? It was just 4 light cav and 2 archers. It's going to be tough from here for sure, but I wouldn't agree with him calling the GG just yet. Hilarious, though. Hilarious. Started off with a sneak villager. Then a castle drop. Then CL lost his wood, or he spent his wood and couldn't afford a lumber camp. That was really where things went wrong for him. I think that if he had thought about that and stayed on his gold, then maybe he would have had more plumes by now and been in a stronger position. He does sense the light cav are coming in here. He walls off nicely, and he's here to protect his gold from more light cav, which will be coming in. Oh, but he's killing the skirmisher instead, and he'll take more losses. It's 44 villagers now for ACCM, and it is 24 for CL. Happy is probably not very happy about this one. Oh, wow, and ACCM is making battering rams. Well, one heck of a play from him to stay in this game. Like, really good job at stabilizing, even keeping TC alive for a while here. Oh, and picking off villagers again, taking CL down to 22. But to be able to afford all of this, obviously Slav's eco is insane, so you can do a lot with it, but just a solid game all around for ACCM, who will lose the villager here, but that's not a big deal. I think with battering rams, he kills the castle. CL is at 31 population, so I doubt there's a way back for him, but this is a hilarious one. This is actually better than I envisioned when I was told about this. From one of my moderators, Trirem, he told me about this. Now, I was pretty intoxicated at the time, so my memory of like the story of this game, you know, seemed very exciting, and I wasn't sure if it was because I was drunk or what, because it was at a meetup and I had one too many beers. But no, this is better. This is better. And only Chinese players would continue to try here. I guess he doesn't know what we know. He doesn't know that ACCM has 50 more vills. He doesn't know about that whole extra eco on the right-hand side. But, yeah, he shouldn't be able to keep the castle up against so many battering rams. He doesn't have the stone to repair the castle. He would have to use his villagers and his light cav. Or, sorry, not his light cav. He would have to use his villagers and his plumes to kill the rams. And that's not a strong combination. I think 6 rams is just enough. You go with 4, you might not actually be able to do it. But you go with 6, that's a nice, safe number. And this castle goes down, CL will have to call it the GG, and yeah, it's going to go down. And what a game. What a game. Maybe he won't call it, actually. He's still microing with the plumed archers. ACCM is making a Maganel, which is going to make life difficult for him. He still might think that this is ACCM's eco, but okay, he finally calls it. What a hilarious game. So I really hope you guys enjoyed that one. It's so rare that we can see sneak villagers in competitive AoE 2. It's rare that you get away with that. It is rare, well, the whole game was rare. It's rare that you see a castle drop like that that's so aggressive. And it almost worked. And then it's rare that players run out of wood for something so simple as a lumber camp. I love this game, man. Age of Empires 2 is beautiful. There's a reason that I've been able to build my community up to this point. There's a reason that people are coming back to the game or finding the game fresh. It is just a perfect game. So once again, guys, thank you very much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments, of course. Leave a like on the video. But if you're seeing this within the first 24 to 48 hours after uploading, also consider stopping by the live stream. I know a lot of people aren't into the whole live stream thing, and that's cool. I appreciate you whether you watch on Twitch or YouTube, but if you are excited about King of the Desert 2 and have been watching it, excuse me, then the live games will be all weekend. Have a good one, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.